welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome back to the channel, guys, where El Clasico today has ended in disappointment for Barça. That is what has happened here. We are all gutted right now that we've somehow lost that game. And I don't really understand, sitting here right now, how have we managed to lose that, given how we played in the first half, given the chances that we had in this game, and ending it with nothing. I'm so disappointed here, absolutely gutted that we have lost out. Real Madrid, Bellingham at the double. It is hard to get my head round, but we are gonna try and analyse it here. So come on, and let's do it. Because, okay, starting first of all with the lineups and the setups of the two teams. Looking here at the Barcelona squad that entered this game, I thought there was good news on the injury front. We had Lewandowski, we had Rafinha, and even Jules Koundé was back in the squad today. There was no Pedri or Frenkie de Jong, though, and Koundé did not appear. Lewandowski and Rafinha coming on a bit later. Obviously, those two there not quite ready in the end to start. And I thought Xavi's lineup was pretty interesting. I thought it was actually a good team that we lined up there, using the three centre-backs to good effect, pushing the full-backs on, allowing them to have that freedom. And I thought the midfield worked for a lot of this game when we had them all together very effectively. You had the energy of Fermin and Gavi and the experience there of Gundogan in behind Ferran Torres and João Felix. And when you're looking at Real Madrid, they lined up exactly as we expected. And you've got to say, guys, right up until sort of midway through the second half, every player there had been kept very quiet, including Bellingham. We really had done a good job of nullifying Real Madrid, but it was simply about here the not taking chances. That is what it all comes down to in the end, because we had a great start. Because Barça really did come out the blocks very quickly. They're capitalising on a Real Madrid mistake inside 6 minutes, and it was Gundogan there who really did well, anticipating the error, following it in, and actually taking a gamble on Real Madrid, making that mistake. He picks up the ball inside the area, and he dispatches it without any problem. And this is effectively why we signed Gundogan, for these kinds of games, this kind of moment here, a big-time player, and this was a really important opening goal. And given the fact we got it so early, I thought we'd kick on, and we really were so close to adding to it. It was absolutely unbelievable, because look at this here from Fermin Lopez, and look at Gavi. He does so well in winning the ball back in a great area, robbing Toni Kroos there on the edge of the box. Toni Kroos didn't know what had hit him, and Fermin then goes for the near post finish, and I think he takes Kepa by surprise. It's a really smart, clever finish, and again, cannons off the post. How many times has Fermin Lopez hit the post this week? So unlucky. That could have been 2-0 inside of 15 minutes, and that would have made all the difference in this game. Because I've got to say, guys, for that first half especially, I thought, again, Fermin was brilliant in the way that he was playing. He came out again really energetic, electrifying performance, and you would have thought that given it was El Clasico, a big start for him, the occasion may have been a bit daunting, but he really embraced it. That was a fearless and ferocious performance from him once again, although he did go off sub by Xavi there in the second half. And I would also look as well at João Felix today. He had a really nice nutmeg on Rudiger there midway through the second half. Lovely piece of skill to beat him, and then very nearly go through on goal before he was taken down. And Xavi also took off João Felix in the second half too. 77 minutes gone, and I'm also wondering now too, was that a bit too soon to remove João Felix there, take away that attacking threat from the team? That may be something that we look back on in hindsight. Xavi also had a bit of an altercation on the sidelines too with Vinicius Jr. in that first half. The two of them there exchanging a few words, and it was getting a little bit spicy, but that's what we want to see in a Clasico. But let's now talk about this, because just before half-time, with the score at 1-0 Barça, there was a huge moment in this game which again changed it. Can anybody answer why this is not a penalty? How is that not a penalty? And the answer I know is Gil Manzano was refereeing the game. I know I've asked the question there and answered it myself, but come on. I mean, Tchouaméni here literally body slams Araujo. He's got his arms right the way round the front of him, round his neck. It is a clear and obvious penalty for Barça, and we don't get it. And it was no surprise right the way through the game, guys, especially in that first half there. 2 yellow cards were handed out to Barça, to Fermin Lopez, and also to Ferran Torres. But Real Madrid, no yellow yellows for them. Numerous fouls they had, but nothing, especially they're looking at Danny Carvajal. But, like I say, no surprise at all. We knew who the referee was, and we knew this was unfortunately gonna be the case. But the agony continued, and it really did, guys. Early in the second half there, it's another chance, it's another moment whereby you can take a 2-goal lead. It's Inigo Martinez, good ball in from Fermin Lopez. He gets on the end of it, Inigo, good header, and again, smacks against the post. And even on the rebound, Raul Araujo is there. He very nearly turns it home, and we were just so close to getting that all-important second goal, because then at only 1-0, you always leave yourself vulnerable. We know about the quality that Real Madrid have. We know the players they have. If you don't get that big second goal, you leave it open, and sure enough, the door was open, they sensed an opportunity, and they equalised on the scoreline. And it was Bellingham, who, to be fair, like I say, right the way through a lot of this game, we kept him quiet. And I thought Gavi was brilliant as well in the midfield. I thought he had a real dominating performance there. He was everywhere, full of energy, and on top of that midfield battle, it was really, really unlucky that in the end, we couldn't quite sustain that, because as we spoke about before the game, when you're talking about Jude Bellingham, you can't take your eye off him, not for 1 single second. Doesn't matter if he's been quiet for an hour, quiet for 70 minutes, if he gets a chance, if he senses an opportunity, he will take it. And the thing about his goal is, it's not even dangerous here. In this position, that's where you'd want him. A lot of his goals for Real Madrid have been from really close range finishes inside the box, and you want him to pick up the ball here, but look at what he does. What a goal. You've got to say that, got to hold your hands up and say, he takes it on from a central position, he whips it there right into the top corner, huge power on it, and it's Real Madrid's equalising goal. And then from that moment, guys, I just don't think we were in the game. I'm happy to give Barça big credit for the first half. We created lots of chances, should have been more than a goal ahead, but everything after Real Madrid's equalising goal, not good at all. Simply not in the game. And I think even the will wasn't there to get the winner. I actually think at some point in that second half there, Barca thought, okay, we'll take a draw. We will settle for that. I think Xavi's subs, like I say, didn't really inspire the team either. They didn't really help us go in the right direction. And again, if you play like that in a big game, if you allow Real Madrid to sense that, they can hurt you. And then they won it. In the final minute of the game, that's what they do, isn't it? When they have a chance, they find a way to score, and we're on the losing team. And it really hurts in the end, because even the winner there, it's a bit of a lucky bounce. It bubbles over Inigo Martinez's head. Of course, who's there in the right place at the right time? It's Jude Bellingham. He scores again, and Real take all of the points. And it feels like a robbery. It really does, because in some ways there, we could have won this game, and actually by multiple goals. But there was that point, like I say, in the second half there, we didn't react to Real Madrid's equaliser. We were really hurt by that goal. It was a sucker punch in a way, and then we didn't respond. We did not show the kind of intent that you need to in the latter stages of a Clasico. And this is ultimately what it means now, guys. This is what this result does to the league table, and we're in a bit of trouble here. 11 games gone in the season now. It's no longer really early days. You know, we're getting into the campaign now. Real Madrid are on top. Girona too have won again this weekend. They keep delivering the results, and Barça are in third right now. But as you can see, Atleti, they now have 2 games in hand on us. So we could be in 4th place for sure. Not exactly what we wanted after the Clasico here. And I'm just wondering, how do you rate this performance now? How do you dissect this game? Do you feel as though Barça were hard done by? Were we unlucky? Do you feel as though we deserve much more from this game? Or, in the end, did we deserve to lose? Do you feel as though Barça didn't do enough to win the game? Did Real Madrid come into it in the end and snatch the points away? Do let me know in the comments down below how you're feeling and how you are reacting to this loss. I'm really disappointed, guys. I'm absolutely gutted here that we've not just dropped points in this game, but to lose it in the final moment after having all of those chances. Yeah, I'm sad. I'm sad about that. I really, really am. I will catch you soon, guys. Thank you indeed for tuning in here. Sorry about the result today, but do let me know all of your comments down below on the performance. I will catch you soon, as always, with more videos to come. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.